How's it going, guys? Mask here, back with another MapleStory M video. Now, today's focus is going to be on Mesos. Now, I'm sure many of you have started to try to upgrade your weapons now, maybe some of your armor. You're trying to add stars to things to get into the Star Force maps, and you're running dry on Mesos. I ran out. I thought I had a ton. I stockpiled up millions from the start of the game, but I found I ran out of them so fast it was not even funny. Just getting a weapon to, my weapon to epic and then maxing it out to 15 stars cost me every single Meso. Sorry, not 15 stars. Maxing out to level 15 cost me every Meso I had possibly saved up. But today I want to go through how you can easily farm up to, I say up to most likely over 3 million Mesos a day. So there's a couple different huge Meso income sources we have in the game. One of them is going to be our adventure page, but this isn't a daily reoccurring income. These are all just one-offs, so I'm not including this in my daily income, but this is often neglected by people and can be a really nice boost in your Meso game. So make sure you check out your guide missions. There's a bunch of 100,000 Meso drops in here that are really going to help you out. Now, in your day, in the events that are currently going on, sure, these won't be permanent daily Meso income, but I'm sure that when these events leave, it's for another 10 days, and I'm sure when it leaves, something else will replace it with a similar income. Now, collecting maple leaves, collecting your daily maple leaves. This has been probably the biggest grind for myself and everyone in my guild I've been talking to a lot. Making sure we get 350 maple leaves a day. Because if you take a look at this list, not only does clearing 25 achievements in 1 week give you 2 million Mesos, and you need to find this tab and stay on top of this because you don't want to miss out on 2 million Mesos. But collecting 80 maple leaves gives you a pouch that will give you between 30,000 and 250,000 Mesos. And I find it's actually fairly balanced between that. It's not like some really bad RNG things where you're always getting the minimum. I've seen a lot of people get the max out of these bags, and very often I find myself landing somewhere in the middle. But let me know how your Meso pouch luck is in the comments down below. Now you have, so there's 80 leaves for a mysterious Meso pouch. 250 leaves gets you an intermediate mysterious Meso pouch worth 50,000 to 400,000 Mesos. And then 350 leaves, which is basically your daily goal. Every day you gotta get to 350 maple leaves. That's gonna give you 80,000 to 750,000 Mesos. And I've gotten 250,000 a bunch of times out of here. It's a huge daily Meso income source, and a lot of people don't realize it because these leaves they're sort of hard to farm too. If you are only questing, chances are you're not going to get all these maple leaves, and that's what that brings me to my next huge Meso source. Actually, first I'll jump into the daily missions. So in the daily missions, which you absolutely should be checking this tab out as well and trying to make sure you complete all of these daily, there is 120,000 Mesos to be gained here every single day. Insignificant amount, but that will certainly add up. Try not to miss out on it. Your daily PC rewards, don't sweat this. A lot of people are like, oh, I gotta get it linked. If you don't actually play MapleStory on the computer, there's no benefit to this. So don't sweat about not having this tab set up. As you can see, I still don't, and I would go nuts until I got everything I could get. But this doesn't benefit you in MapleStory M at all, so don't sweat this tab. Your achievements are all about leaves, and the weekly missions have no source of Meso, so we're not going to focus on any of the other tabs here. Now, your next biggest Meso source is going to be in your dungeons. Now, specifically, the mini dungeon, and this is what I've been talking about, or when I'm talking about farming your leaves. There's a reason I'm segueing into going into the mini dungeon here. So, we're going to jump into the mini dungeon. And this is in the mini dungeon. Basically, you have the ability to farm. I'll have some auto I can use here. Awesome. Would have been a lot more than I thought. No, we can just throw all these in here. Cool. So, in the mini dungeon, a lot of people have been neglecting the mini dungeon lately because they found out about the Star Force land. and the experience seems a little better in Star Force than in the mini dungeon. But the mini dungeon is one of the best sources of mesos for yourself. You kill things at such a crazy rate. This is such a dense map. The half an hour you spend farming here, not to mention it's super necessary for completing some of your daily and weekly achievements, clearing this mini dungeon for the 30 minutes. It is a phenomenal meso source. Your 30 minutes you spend in here, you typically farm up to about 200k mesos. You can see, I've already got 5k mesos in my first minute in here. You're in here for 30 minutes. You do some quick NA math. I'm actually going to use a calculator because it's way too early in the morning. But that's 150k. 150k mesos, easy per run in here. And you can do 3 to 4 per day. You should be able to do 4. 3 free ones. And everyone gets a free daily dungeon ticket as well. And so by the time you get through that, that's going to be 600,000 mesos you're able to get from this mini dungeon every single day. And that is a huge number. But that is still not the biggest source of mesos that we have in the game. But make sure you get through this. Farm your mini dungeons daily. It may seem like the experience is not so good, but it's not all about it. It isn't always about leveling up as fast as you can. The mesos are what is actually we're gonna need to increase our gear, and gear is the real end game in this game. So mesos is more important than experience for the long run. Eventually everyone will be at max level, and at that point experience doesn't matter at all. It'll be all about the mesos. So make sure you spend your time and clear this mini dungeon. Now you can leave the mini dungeon at any time and take a break, which is what I'm gonna do now. So the next huge source of mesos comes from your elite dungeons. Now you can get to level 95 in this game very quickly. It does not take a whole lot of work to get to level 95. Probably by day 2, I would say you should be able to get to level 95. And if you are at 95, that is when you get guaranteed epic gear. I forget what this infinity symbol means. You get guaranteed epic gear at level 95 for every elite dungeon run you do. And you should get minimum 4 elite dungeon runs per day. You get the 3 guaranteed tickets, and then you get a bonus ticket, I believe, from your events or achievements. And you should actually get another bonus ticket from your guild check-in rewards, as long as you're in a guild with a lot of members and they're all actually doing their guild attendance check-in every day, which you definitely should be doing. Now, these epic weapons especially, the epic weapons will sell instantly for like 600 to 700k right now, 500k and up for sure. And the epic armor, I've been selling like hotcakes every time I pull some for upwards of 400, 500k. So right now, this is a huge meso, a huge source of mesos, a huge meso income for you. Get to level 95 and make sure you're clearing as many elite dungeons as you can daily and selling the gear. The gear sells. Everyone's looking for epic gear right now because to upgrade themselves. And if it's on the auction, the trade center, it's called actually. If it's in the trade center for a relatively reasonable price, they are buying it. Now all of this that I've covered now are the repeatable daily sources of income. Now, if you really want to try hard, and this is where I've made all of my mesos, and I've spent millions, and none of these have come from the cash shop whatsoever. The only reason I got the package from the cash shop that gave me these cute little seals that follow me around. But my meso income has come from the trade station. Now this is where I'm really gonna let you guys in on the super secrets right now, and it's a limited time thing where you can absolutely make a killing in mesos. You go into if you go into the trade center, for example, we're gonna pull open wands here, and if you've seen my other video on max base stat weapons, you'll understand why this wand is in here for 900k and this wand at magic attack 30 is in here for 2.5 million. Because at 30 magic attack, this is a max base stat wand, which makes it worth a ton of money. Now, a lot of the new players, especially people that are starting today, starting yesterday, they don't realize this. What they're doing is they're opening up, actually, I thought I just found one. I was like, whew. They're opening up their inventory like this. Actually, boom, I looted this is a perfect bow I looted last night. That is fantastic. This bow, actually, it's a Bryzer longbow. I'm going to use that as an example now. Equipment, archer, bow, normal, search, Bryzer longbow. So, I found out, or when you go through the thing, here we go. Bryzer longbow, 6 mil. 28 attacks, a perfect bow. That one's another 6 mil. 4.9, 4.9, 3.9, 5 million. Now you gotta watch out for the scams though. This says 28, so you think it's a perfect bow, but it has 1 star, so the attack's been increased by 1 star. 4.5 million. There you go. So the cheapest Bryzer longbow with perfect max base stats at 28 physical attack is 4.5 million. So I'm gonna throw mine in for honestly, I'd be happy with getting 3 million for mine. So I'm gonna throw it in for 3.9 million. And these have been selling. Max base weapons have been selling non-stop in the shop. 28, that's not a perfect claw, unfortunately. But what I'm trying to get at, guys, is, as you can see, I'm about to make 3.9 million off that weapon. People are simply buying them. They want max base stat weapons so they can start upgrading them, and they're perfect. But people who don't understand this, that just started the game, haven't seen my video about max base stats yet, or any of the other great guides that people have out there, they're putting their max base stat weapons in here. All they're doing is clicking sell and looking at the average price and being like, there's some for 15K, there's some for 10 million. I'll put mine in for 100K or 30K. Like, I just want it to sell. I just want a little bit of income. I have bought probably 5, 6, 7 perfect weapons from the store for 10K, 5K, and flipped them for $1 million, $2 million, up to 3 to 4 million. Easily, depending on the type of weapon. The crit damage and the boss damage weapons are worth much more. But this is what I do, what you're seeing me do right now when my guy's just auto questing or I'm auto battling and I'm still sitting at the computer. I'm going through the auction house, scrolling through the pages, boom. Physical attack 29. Sometimes you find this for 5,000. People sell it without knowing how much it's worth. It's a brand new game. People really just don't know the values of things yet. And you'll find these deals, they just pop up. Obviously, if things have been in here for 11 hours, there isn't going to be any great deals on them. But when you see, it's the ones that are just popping in. They're 23 hours, 44 minutes, fresh in there. No one's seen it yet. Scoop that up for 5,000, 10,000, 100,000 Mesos. Man, I flipped some that I bought for 400,000 Mesos because I know they're worth over $1 million. And you're going to make a ton of money this way. And this is a limited time frame in which you can take advantage of this Meso making method. But absolutely, you want to get in onto it. And this is basically just called flipping things in the trade station. There's a huge amount of money to be made flipping things in the trade station. So try it out. Otherwise, like I said, just selling your epics you get from your elite dungeon and farming the mini dungeon are fantastic Meso income sources. And you can easily get your hands on easily get your hands on 2 to 3 million Mesos a day, which is phenomenal. Like that allows you to do a lot of upgrading every single day in this game without having to go crazy on it. I'm going to pass on the Nets Pyramid. Thank you very much. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for checking it out. Get your Meso farming on. I want to invite all of you that are watching this video to come join our Discord channel. We have a huge We have a huge MapleStory community growing in our Discord channel. It's in the description down below. A link to join it, as well as you can just go to discord.gg/MasKTV, MasKTV, and that'll prompt you to join the Discord as well. Jump in. We got a MapleStory section in there. I'd love to hear you and introduce yourself. And yeah, you got my Facebook and my Twitter down there too, guys. Check me out on the social media to know when we're going live on Twitch or when new content's coming out on YouTube. And yeah, that's everything for today. Smash that subscribe button and stay classy.